Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this Facebook Live. It is Tuesday morning. It is September 26th. Before we dive into your news and weather headlines, a reminder, you can catch us live here on Facebook every morning around 8 o'clock. You can also find it later in the day on your Facebook feed. You can also find us on the Inform YouTube channel as well as your favorite podcast platform. Just go to inform.com/podcasts and look for the Inform Minute.
And during this last week of September, summer is back. I said that yesterday, but
yeah.
Yesterday afternoon was gorgeous, almost hot when I was sitting in the backyard.
Yeah, it felt pretty good out there, although some were interrupted with a few showers. I was telling Scott about that. That was me. It said barely, wouldn't impact that many people yesterday. Well, I was out on the lake, and it just rained for like an hour and a half on me, just like in one spot in this area. I was like, all right, but...
The cloud found you.
Yeah, it did. I watched it move across the lake, too, and I'm like, well, I should probably get the rain gear out. So, anyway.
It didn't stop you.
No, I always have rain gear with, but...
Did you catch some stuff?
I got a few bass and northerns. I think it's a little early in the season for really good fall weather because it's been so warm. The lakes haven't turned over yet, so... probably the next few weeks here, once we start cooling down, I think things will rev up for fishing wise. For those who like fall fishing, it can be really, really fun. Just a little early right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm enjoying the nice weather for
now. Yeah, it's going to be that way the rest of this week. So some 70s this afternoon for some of us, tomorrow, and as we head toward Thursday. Thursday is going to be a really windy one. So outdoor plans out there, it's probably going to impact just about everyone there, driving higher profile vehicles, stuff like that. But it is eventually going to lead to some warmer temperatures over the weekend. I think Friday right now will be probably our best shot to have some showers, thunder showers in the area. That's what we're going to be tracking this week. There's hints of maybe into Saturday morning, but what I was seeing this morning is maybe Saturday I'll end up staying dry. So that'd be good. Right. Homecoming weekend for some.
Yep. Yeah. Big NDSU tailgate planned.
That's right. Yeah.
So.
If we can keep it dry for that.
Yeah, and then the afternoons this weekend. Right now, still thinking both days will hit lower 80s.
Oh, yeah, that's warm for this time of year for sure.
And it's a ways out, but so next week is October. We're going to continue kind of the same pattern.
Yeah, it may not be till later parts of next week it get back down to 60s. So we may hold on to those 80s Monday and Tuesday still. Okay. So still looks really mild. Of course, this time of year doesn't take very much to change that. Mm-hmm. And hitting the 80s this time of year, it's not like summertime where you hit 80s and it holds there for 5 hours. A lot of times it's just kind of brief, where we have our peak high temperatures because we just don't have as much sunlight during the day and kind of peaks. But still, talking 80s, I'm sure a lot of us will take that.
Yeah, no kidding. Good stuff.
Alrighty.
All right,
cool.
Thank you, Jared. All right, we're tracking breaking news for you this morning. One person is dead following a motorcycle accident in Grand Forks. It happened just before 9 last night on 36th Avenue South and Columbia Road. That's pretty close to the Walmart there. Grand Forks police say the crash involved a pickup and a motorcycle. The motorcyclist was taken by ambulance to Altru, where he later died. We are still working to learn the condition of the pickup driver and what led to that crash. So stay with WDAY for updates.
All right, new overnight service is now restored to Verizon Wireless customers who may have noticed their phones had no service for several hours. The city of Fargo had more than 2,000 people apparently lose coverage. West Fargo and Moorhead also had about 100 to 200 people without service. Up in Grand Forks, also quite a few people, some outages there with more than 600 people impacted. That outage started about 10 o'clock last night, lasted until almost 2 in the morning today. We are working to find out what exactly caused that issue.
Of course, that caused quite a frenzy.
Yeah.
Because, we depend on our cell phones, and if they're not working, it was quite the mess for a lot of people. So I'm interested in as to what exactly happened there, too. Today, the polls are open, actually, already for a special election in West Fargo. Voters will be deciding on a school referendum with a price tag of $147 million.
Yeah.
That referendum would fund 9 projects, including expansions to existing schools, building a new elementary school as well. This year, the West Fargo School District has 13,000 students. That's a 300 student increase over last year. Wow. We had been reporting, and it was sitting at about $133 million, but they added in inflation costs to protect themselves. That's that extra 10% that was added. So if you want to know where to vote, there are several locations. You want to run down because you kind of
Sure. Yeah. So if you live in that area, if you're part of the West Fargo Public School District, you're eligible to vote. So just so you know that. But now, if you're unsure if that includes you, you can actually head to the North Dakota Secretary of State's website. They have a voting information database there. It's pretty simple to use. Just enter some information, and you'll find out if you're eligible to vote or not. Where you can cast those ballots, 6 places you can visit: Harwood Community Center, Westside Elementary School, Lutheran Church of the Cross, Horace Lutheran Church, Rustad Recreation Area, and Triumph West Church as well. Polling locations, they opened at 7 o'clock this morning. They'll be open till 7 tonight. Just make sure to bring your North Dakota ID, whether that's the driver's license or an ID card. They'll look for that when you're going to vote. So
And be sure to join us tonight on WDAY News at 10. We hope to have the results for you. If they're not in yet, of course, we'll have them by tomorrow morning on First News. So
That's right.
We're tracking that for you. Today, employees at NDSU are expected to protest on campus following the university's decision to move a woman from her vice provost role. This is a story we've been tracking for you. NDSU is facing backlash after they announced Dr. Zahn and Bill and Green would no longer be vice provost for faculty affairs and equity. This group that's protesting today say it's a bigger issue than just the one person. They say they're protesting over the presence of women or lack thereof of women in administrative roles. That protest is expected to happen this afternoon. Of course, we'll have a WDAY crew there.
All right, the new community center and public library project in Moorhead is reaching a new milestone, and the city wants to fill you in on what's happening. Today, you can stop by the current Moorhead Public Library to view some displays, chat with project representatives, and hear about the progress being made to that project. There are 2 open house sessions, the first from 11:30 to 1, and then again from 4:30 to 7.
Chick-fil-A back on the menu.
Yes.
People are fanatic about their
Oh, yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
It's a big deal.
In Fargo, the Chick-fil-A's been closed for several weeks now for
Yeah, a lot of
renovation. I don't know how they made it, but it's supposed to open up today. Major renovations inside and outside. I think the biggest that you'll probably notice is the drive-through lane, 2
Yeah.
drive-through lanes, and hopefully that'll speed. I've never gone by there where there weren't long lines in the drive-through lane,
It's
right?
crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. So I guess one of the drive-through lines is going to be designated for like pickup only, so that hopefully they can speed up the process of getting all those people that need a chicken sandwich through there. It's of course going to be a little different inside too. So if you can, go by, check it out, get your chicken sandwich.
New this morning, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum has officially made the cut for the next GOP debate. The Republican National Committee has announced the lineup for the second presidential debate. It's happening tomorrow night. So we had kind of reported this yesterday because Burgum said, yep, I'm going to make it.
Yeah,
and
he
then
said.
we're like, well, okay. But the Republican National Committee did confirm it.
Now it's official.
Now it's official.
Yep.
Okay, you want to run down who else is on the?
Yeah, so most of the same names as last time. Asa Hutchinson will not be there. Trump will not be there, but Florida Governor Ron DeSantis will be there. Former South Carolina Senator, or Governor, I should say, Nikki Haley. South Carolina Senator Tim Scott. Entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy. Former Vice President Mike Pence. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. So pretty much all the big names there. So we're going to be following that. You can watch the speech tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. It's going to be taking place in California. You can watch it on all Fox News platforms.
Hot Mic with John Mizzo coming up here, 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra. This has gotten a lot of buzz, and especially lately, but like for the last several months. But now we're 3 weeks into the 2023 NFL season, and Carson Wentz still doesn't have a job.
No team.
So Dom's going to ask the question, is it over for Carson Wentz?
It seems like it to me.
Kinda does right now.
If everyone's saying the Jets. If he gets a last stand with the Jets, we'll see what happens. Plus, South Dakota is up next on the schedule for NDSU. How this year's version of the Coyotes could cause some trouble for the Bison. Hot Mic is live from 9 to 11 this morning on WDAY Extra and Inform.com.
Remember, right now is a great time to get your Inform.com subscription. 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to check out that deal.
And then join us on air for the rest of the day in our newscast. The next one's at 11 o'clock, then 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And you can join us again tomorrow morning for First News from 5 to 7 in the morning.
Have a great day, everyone.